Alright guys, I'm just still kind of just goofing off, playing around, but about to make our next build for the next difficulty that we're on right now. Gonna go make a build. Well, we already got a tanking class, so an orange class. We already have a I guess you could say we already had a DPS class, but we're gonna go ahead and make another one. We're gonna make another one. We wanted to use the katana. There's a lot of options for the katana, but there's not many options that allow me to use the special ability the way I would like to use it. And it just so happens that after a little bit of a tinkering and messing around, we found a good synergy between the weapon we want to use, as well as the job skill and the synergy, as well as the type of attacks that we want to kind of utilize and benefit from with buffs. So we're going to end up going with the Dark Knight katana, Dark Knight wielding katana, so that way we can have our imbued weapon, our imbued attacks, as well as benefit from all of our different buffs, like absolute dominion, so we always have critical attacks, as well as having 3 buffs that work well together. We also ended up finding bravery, so now we have access. Well, we're about to unlock bravery right now, and we're going to use bravery as a buff with mighty strikes, and we're still working on the 3rd buff. We're just adding him in right now, but to kind of see what the damage would be like even now without any of the actual synergies that we're going to be using later on to benefit from. But I kind of wanted to end the stream while I was kind of looking at stuff, because I was kind of doing it for a while, kind of looking around at stuff. But right now we're actually still on the samurai as our class while we're doing this, mostly because we got the samurai to 250. I've been using the synergy for this for a while, so it's already at 250. I just unlocked the last 2 classes I did not have, so obviously Paladin's at level 1, but I unlocked Paladin I think earlier this morning. And then I got Dark Knight just now, because I'm going to be using this as my main class for the ability. And then I believe it's Liberator that I unlocked as well. Liberator has the ability to use bravery, so temporarily increases damage dealt by your party and gradually refills the break gauge. This is going to be very, very good. I did not expect it to do a dual purpose, but it's actually a tri-purpose type of ability, because it temporarily increases damage dealt by your party members and gradually fulfills the great rage. The first part of it, so the temporarily increases damage dealt by your party, this is essentially the same as having I'm not sure if it actually works to magic attacks too, but because it says increases the damage dealt by your party, I'm assuming this bravery buff, Liberator, is just the overall tank for all classes and all jobs, especially because it can use every weapon, I believe. So I believe it's the same as having Faith and Bravery in one buff, but it also increases your break gauge, which is specific to this game in terms of Final Fantasy games. So it also increases your gradually refills your break gauge, this is going to be very, very good to use with every type of job, with everything. This is just going to be so good. It's so good. So I seen a bunch of things that I had with bravery, and I was like, as soon as I seen bravery on one of my pieces of gear, I was like, oh, there's bravery in the game. I'm 110% getting bravery. So now I'm making a class that I can utilize all the things I wanted to use that I've been stockpiling. Also, we're making this new build mostly because our inventory is once again almost capped at 5,600, and we need to start clearing out some inventory. And because our inventory is now basically filled with all rarity 5s and artifacts, we have to start to combine and make gear. So this is where we are right now. For the time being, we are looking at, this is another ability, I believe, combo ability effects. Let me see. Enhances ability set to during sentient stance. So this is gonna be super good to use. So this is the 3rd ability. Restores HP based on physical damage dealt. Oh yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. So actually, I don't think I benefit from that, being because it's going to be on the Liberator. But we have to make sure that one of those actually apply to the Dark Knight. Dark Knight abilities tend to take all dark imbued attacks, pretty much drain your HP. So that's what I'm going to be, and also because of the way we play, we can't heal ourselves. So the fact that we're going to be losing HP is going to be one thing. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to utilize this at its maximum capacity, being at low HP, but we're going to try it out and see how much damage I would get based off of that. But let's see if we can actually heal ourselves with some of these abilities too. See if Dark Knight also has some of those inside the nodes, right? So we got greatly reduces the enemy's max break gauge on impact. This is going to come in so handy because we want to be breaking. We're going to be going for break damage. We're going to be going for break damage and critical break damage. Or we're going to be going for pretty much break damage as much as we can. We're going to be going for break damage. So critical break damage dealt. If one of these heals us, increases physical damage dealt, this is even better. This is in a ascension stance. So this is going to be really, really good. Basically, we're going to be doing parries. We're going to be utilizing parries into doing the Ascension Sand. I'm going to show you what that looks like in a couple of seconds. But none of them actually heal us, which is fine. I didn't expect there to be one that would with the katana. I didn't expect there to be one to actually heal us, considering the Dark Knight and all the dark imbued attacks generally drain your HP. So it wouldn't make sense for one of them to actually heal us. I had a similar setup with the sword, which I used Terminus Blade, which is a dark imbued attack. It does like 2 slashes and it drains your HP, but it does a lot of damage. But on one of the slots for the sword that I was using at the time, made it so that way the ability that I put in that slot heals me. So as the ability would take my HP, it would also heal me back, so I can just keep using that ability. But it did use 2 MP bars, so it's not an attack I would be using all the time. It was just kind of a fun way to kind of test about how some of the different nodes on the I was about to say license board, but like, you know, how much some of the abilities kind of work when I was testing out stuff when I kind of first started playing my second playthrough after the story, to kind of, you know, test out stuff. So it would have been cool if there was an ability that could actually heal us, but there isn't, so that's also fine too. And give me 1 second, guys. Let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna put the iPad on the charger so we can monitor the stream. Normally it's harder for me to look at the stream while I'm doing this, so we will have our phone up to kind of check just in case anybody wants to join in. I actually do have a high Rift now, thanks to one of my friends, so if anybody wants to join in on that to maybe get some gear or maybe just kind of test some stuff out and just mess around, we could do that stuff later too before I reset it to go back to mine. We can do that as well, but for the time being I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to test out this build right here and see how much damage I can actually get from doing this. So as anybody who's kind of paying attention before to the last stream or the previous streams, we were rocking with the Void Knight and trying to hit max damage. Managed to hit max damage with the Runic Blade or the Runic. But it's we need a build that's built towards like doing a lot of slashes and a lot of attacks, and like we just mentioned earlier, like I just mentioned earlier, I kind of wanted to utilize a lot of the gear and stuff that I've been kind of stockpiling while I have to get rid of some items. So this is going to be a perfect class to kind of use, and it'll be a nice DPS class to have versus like using a tanky class. Also, looking at some of the stats that I was kind of changing out here, there is a way for me to make our the Runic Knight do more damage. It was basically the most I can do. The most I did on the training enemy was like 610k non-crit and no weakness. So I'm assuming I could easily hit like max if I were to change the stats around. But this is gonna not be based off of doing max damage with any single attack. It's gonna be based off of doing a lot of attacks and being able to negate damage while actually attacking. Utilizing the parry system, which I haven't been using at all with any character so far. So we're kind of implementing different parts of the game with each build that we do. Alright, so here we go. We're looking at the katana skills here. I can't see these ones yet, which is kind of annoying. I decided to go with the War Mage because while active, temporarily increases additional damage dealt and reduces HP consumed when at max HP. Reducing the max HP consumed when at max HP is going to be interesting to see. We want to see what the damage bonus is going to be like, even if we have low HP. But maintaining as much health as possible would still be good. The temporarily increasing the damage is what we're looking for, as opposed to this side, which refills your break gauge when attacking an enemy vulnerable to darkness, which is cool and all, but it's basically like these two abilities. So greatly reduces the enemy's max break gauge. Not these two abilities. This ability right here. So increases damage dealt to this. So it's kind of like you can kind of choose which way you want to go, either refilling your break gauge or doing additional damage, you know. But I mean, we go with additional damage. And bravery is right here, so restores HP based on physical damage dealt, which would be good if I wanted to use this class. I don't actually want to level up these classes, guys, so you probably won't see me doing this ever again. But I'm going to put them at 30 just so I can get bravery, because I don't want to leave them halfway through, but I definitely want to get bravery. So we're going to go ahead and put bravery. We're going to do bravery. Okay. Only because we do not want to leave it at 1. Or leave it at halfway through. Okay. And we're going to look at these ones too. This ability will now affect allies outside of the area's effect as well. Create an arrow. Wow, that's kind of... Divine Knight sounds sick. While active, the break gauge will gradually deplete in place of MP. Yeah, no. Definitely Divine Knight. Definitely going with Divine Knight. I will definitely make a Divine Knight. I would make a class like this too to do some riffs just for fun. So I will definitely do this too. But for the time being, we're just going to go ahead and stick to what we're doing. Now we're going to go ahead and upgrade this too to 30, might as well. Just so we can get the first node going. Okay. What is the buff here? Still HP. This is an ability. This is a command ability. Where's the buff at that we get? No buff, just a command ability. Oh, I guess... Well, actually, yeah, I guess technically, yeah. Alright, so we're going to go with War Mage. We have enough rat tails for all of these, so we might as well get them, right, guys? Might as well get them all. Oh, wait, no! Oh, my goodness, guys. It's probably on this side, right? No, it's not. So we actually don't have additional stuff here for katana, so don't actually need to do this. So Soul Eater. Oh, this ability is called Soul Eater. Guys, we might actually be able to do even more than I was expecting to do with this when we start crafting gear. We might be able to do more. I have a few things that has increased effect for Soul Eater, so that's going to be really, really good. And it gives us aura, so the goal is to also have cool aura while we fight. So look, I get the cool aura as well. Look at that. It's going to be sick. So we're going to do increases break by 80%, increases strength, break by 160, increases luck, increases magic vulnerability resistance, increases dark knight mastery points acquired. I'll just go ahead and max all of these. I have enough rat tails. Intellect, strength, dark knight mastery points. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we're gonna go to job. Honestly, could probably max the class out even more, but we're gonna keep it at 30 so we can get into the fight and do it with that. So we're gonna test this out real quick. So this is current build. We ended up going with we have an Alexander here that we're gonna use. Until we finish the rest of the difficulties and unlock the rest of the content to be able to do a little bit more with the build. This is what we're gonna kind of run with for the time being. This is kind of what I was using before, just to kind of test out some of the stuff. But we're gonna swap it over, because if I was to do this right now, as you can see, I would still be losing 114 physical attack. I'd be losing 108 strength, agility. I'd be losing 197 agility. So I'll be losing a lot of stats right now just by switching this out. We're gonna try to upgrade everything and then fix it afterwards. I believe most of that difference is because of, so like you said, 108 strength, right? So we got, let's go here real quick. So like obviously 100 strength here, then the extra 8. And then the other stats obviously that coincide with that. We're using MP parry, MP recovery, 56%, and I'll show you guys why. It's basically gonna basically replace Ascension Fujin. So it's gonna replace this when I switch over to Dark Knight. But I'll show you what I mean. So I'm gonna show you what we're doing with the first part of the damage, how we're gonna use it. So pretty much like this. Always applying the debuff to get the crit. Alright. So now, there's one thing that to note here with this. So we got the synergies. When a combo ability effect is triggered, effects that trigger on a successful parry are also activated. So this will apply to the first, so the spinning attack. Each one of those attacks will do a critical hit, but not the Senshin attack. So when I'm doing the auto attacks with the Senshin, also the same problem that we have with the Runic Knight. We're using the slash while being in that state of attacking. It does not count as a basic attack, so I can't actually apply status debuffs, i.e. probably the Odin buff. I'm not sure, I haven't tried it yet, but I can't apply the Alexander buff with that. right? But Alexander buff is on a successful parry. So we're going to be using the parry to apply the Alexander debuff and utilize that to kind of proc the instant crits. Now, we tried doing this too with, hold up 1 second, let me show you what this looks like. Okay, so as you can see with the Tyrant, we have absolute dominion on our pendant. So all attacks against an enemy afflicted with the status ailment will critically hit. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this now. So afflicted enemies, so afflicted damage only goes towards status ailments or afflicted with a status ailment, and it only applies to the elemental ailments, nothing else, like not defense down or anything like that. So I would have to actually apply an elemental debuff to the enemy, which is what we're going to be using the Dark Knight's ability for, which is why we have the MP, the parry MP regeneration up. And I'm going to show you again what it looks like for the MP to be going up. And then obviously Absolute Dominion will make us do crits all the time, but I'm going to show you what that looks like after we apply that. But look at the MP recovery that we have right now, even without the buff on. Use some abilities. Oh wait, wrong thing. Hold up. Let me just take this off real quick. See the MP going up. I'm gonna let it go all the way down like there, so now you can see. Not that attack. Oh, I messed up, sorry. Let me just lower my MP a little bit more real quick. Oh crap. Kinda gotta stay close to the boss, but I mean the enemy, but I wanna use them MP. Nope. Oh my goodness, guys. I was landing this every time before. We get like about 3 of these in. Alright, here we go. MP is still going up too fast. So yeah, MP goes up pretty fast. MP goes up pretty fast, guys. So if you wanted to just spam that, this is also, mind you, this is without haste, and this is without the next damage multipliers that we're about to add on to it. So we're gonna go back in here real quick, 1 second. So I obviously have ability damage on. Assuming ability damage definitely does work. It does increase the damage. It does not give me a lot of damage, but it's a decent amount. It's a decent amount. Now, afflicted enemy damage. This is what we're going to be utilizing. This actually does also help with what we're about to do next for when we'll be using the Dark Knight. And obviously I'm going to probably be keeping this on regardless. I might only keep it at 50. Obviously I can put another 50 points here. So the extra 50 points here would either be to those who would like to use Lightbringer damage. I haven't tried parry damage dealt, so I'm going to actually try this real quick. Hold on, let me try parry damage real quick, guys. Real quick and see what this is like. I didn't even know this was a thing. Give me 1 second. So it looks pretty good. MP is still pretty good. MP still recovers pretty fast. MP recovers pretty fast. Either way. But obviously you gotta take into account that some of the items that we have on right now, obviously we have a lot of magic stuff on, so we're probably gonna be keeping this on just because. We got skill damage. Probably want to keep at least one of these on just for the extra skill damage, but we probably can maximize skill damage a little bit more than that. Chain cancel increases max MP when chain canceling. This might not need to leave this on. We might not need to leave this on. I'll put it on my secondary class to like increase MP, but we definitely can chain cancel to get additional effects or even more damage by chain canceling. I just haven't found a good way to chain cancel with it yet. From my understanding, in order for me to chain cancel effectively and to keep the combo up, what I would need to do is have a secondary class with this on that also uses a katana, so that way when I chain cancel to the other class, I could quickly go into using a combo ability and then switch back to this class and then set back up the Senshin to do another counter. So basically how I would probably, I'm just thinking about it right now, but how I'd basically use it would be I would do the combo that I was just doing, and right as my MP is starting to stop regenerating, I would chain cancel out of the class, right, to my secondary class with the katana, do another combo ability, chain cancel immediately back, and then go straight into Senshin to be able to like parry and then get ready to parry. And then obviously, as you've seen, I'll be getting increased damage from the parry damage. So then I'll use that to start regenerating my MP and then start the rotation again. I'd probably do that. But I don't know how well that will work. It'd probably be even better with haste, obviously, but for right now, I'm not doing that. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go with the, oh wait, go here. Go here. So we got ability damage on, we got the afflicted enemy damage dealt, which will definitely help in a minute. Parry damage dealt. I don't really think we need the extra parry damage, considering the other damage is going to be doing a lot more. So we're going to put this back on parry MP recovery. Or rather, one of these would probably be better. But what we can do is this. Now, we're going to use Guard, just because. That's what we'll be ending up using. Alright, so now see my MP is not going up as you can see, MP not. Let me see if I can get it to go back up again. Nope. Oh, messed up. Oh, messed up again. Hold up. Hold up, hold up. Moving this move fast. Oh! Alright, so as you can see, having that on definitely helps. And let's look down here. We have parry, physical damage dealt, 16.8%. So we don't actually have extra MP recovery like that, right? Now if I was to do this,
time for a change.
It is
and as you can see, the buff from the samurai, the line that I decided to go down, if I get hit, it'll take the first hit and remove the buff instead of actually hitting me. So again, we're gonna go back down here. Buff duration is not that important at the moment. So we're gonna go back up and we're gonna put it on to parry MP recovery. And now we're gonna see the difference.
This is the one.
Oop, not this. Don't need that on.
Time for a change.
I'm ready.
Not that ability. Oh, hold up. We're gonna reset that real quick.
All right.
It is
Oh, he should hit me with rocks. So yeah, guys, that's pretty good. And because we're going to be using the Dark Knight to apply the status ailment, it's actually going to give them the weakness, which is going to, and that can also be applied with your abilities, with your command abilities. So that's actually really, really good to use. So now we're going to add on, as you can see the damage with that, we're going to add on the Mighty Strikes first. So first we're going to go
I'm ready.
this, Mighty Strikes, not that. Oh, let's reset that. We have the Dragon Trial set to max right now, so if we get hit, buffs kind of go really quick, so we really can't get hit at all. But ordinarily, you probably wouldn't have that problem. Alright, so let's do that again with the actual.
Time for a change.
I'm ready.
This is the one.
There we go. So definitely want to let the final attack go off of that ability, right? Because it'll be doing like right now about, it was like anywhere from 41 to 45k. I was noticing with the final strike from that. Obviously, I was kind of stopping it a little bit earlier, but we also have inflicted damage right here. Eventually, I wanted to try with afflicted enemy damage dealt. Would probably be something to keep on here, but removing ability damage and then going for the actual crit damage here may be a little bit better. So we're gonna see if we can get a little bit over the 40, over the 45.
All right.
Before we add bravery in.
It is.
Ha!
42, 43. So there we go. Obviously, guys, our stats are still really low, so we have a lot of room to grow with this. And obviously, we got to change all this gear out. We got to change all this stuff. All of this got to change. All of this we're changing. So now we're gonna go with, we're gonna move Divine Sigil. We just got Drain. Still HP from surrounding enemies. This actually might be good to kind of have, just to kind of maybe might be necessary, not sure. But we're gonna go ahead and go with Bravery. We might actually just go with Blood Weapon, to be honest. Blood Weapon might just be the go-to. But now we're gonna go with, now we're gonna add Bravery into the mix. I kind of want to see what Bravery will do on its own.
This is the one.
Oh crap! I want to see what Bravery was gonna do on its own, without
All right.
the other buff. So we're gonna do that first.
I'm ready.
Ha!
So we're getting like pretty decent damage right there. All right, so let's try with all three.
It is.
Ha!
So we got 48, almost 50k. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So now we're gonna look for a third buff that we can add here to add some more damage, guys. Summon Tachi would be good. Actually, honestly, just probably leave Summon Tachi on, right? Probably just leave Summon Tachi on. The problem with Summon Tachi is that we're gonna need to probably add like buff duration, which we probably will add buff duration on, but MP doesn't really seem to be a problem because we can always just parry. And even if we can't parry like using our ability. So like even if we can't parry using the the Senshin, I believe like the katana ability to parry, we can just normally parry to get the same buff. Like we can just normally parry to get the same buff to get our MP to come back. Either way, we can do that to get MP back. Or to start procking to heal like that, and then I can also add extra MP recovery on at the same time to like double that recovery rate. So maybe just use some Itachi. Actually, we're just gonna technically use some Itachi, I guess.
Time for a change.
I'm ready.
This is...
Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. All right, a lot more damage, right? 58, a lot more damage there. So bravery actually takes 2. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna move bravery down. We're gonna put some Itachi right here. I'm gonna put bravery at the bottom. Actually, I'm gonna put some Itachi at the top. And what was the last one we had? It was bravery, some Itachi, and mighty strikes. Now, we could do onslaught to replace some Itachi, which honestly we're probably gonna go with onslaught because we want to be going for break damage, not damage dealt. So some Itachi will not be the answer for that. We will definitely be switching it out for onslaught. Increases break damage dealt. Successful chain cancels will enhance its effect up to a maximum of 3 levels of enhancement. So technically what I could do is if we wanted to benefit from onslaught at its max capabilities, we can be chain canceling too. And since we'll be having the samurai buff to increase our damage with the chain cancel, we would be doing a lot of damage. The problem is it's going to be kind of hard to set it up to immediately go into that ability without haste at the moment. But that may be an option as well to kind of go that route. But once we get a little bit better using this, we haven't used it in actual combat yet, so once we get better at using it, then we can try that. Alright, so we finished doing that. Now, look at the stats that we're going to be losing here. Quite a significant amount of stats. I'm actually interested to see what will happen if we upgraded this to a higher level. You know what, guys? For the stream, for the video, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. I don't normally want to do this, but so we're going to go with strength. Dark Knight Affinity. I'm going to put this maybe maxed. Got 91 mastery points left due. So obviously one that is absolutely necessary. The slice of life that we're going to need here. Parry, MP recovery. Then afflicted enemy break damage. Well, we're going to do afflicted enemy damage for the time being. We will be obviously going with break damage. Obviously, break damage is even higher, so we will be going with break damage later on. But for now, just to show the damage, we'll be going with actual damage. Now, near death damage dealt, which we'll be able to benefit from as well. But not right now, because we don't have the synergies, so we're going to just not use it for now. Now, critical damage dealt and ability damage dealt. So let's see if we can get the damage to be somewhat similar. Now switching these out.
It is over.
56. It's kind of lame that he didn't actually do like the attack, physically attack us. So let's try one more time.
I'm ready.
Oh no. Oh my goodness, guys.
Time for a change.
Also, we're still using this right now. Oh wait, oh, I'm dumb. I'm using way too much MP. Hold up. Let me just do this.
I'm ready.
There we go. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. It still uses a lot. Alright, here we go. Can't do that. Nice. So damage is about the same right now. Actually a little bit higher with the critical damage, right? Also have not switched the synergies out, haven't affinities or anything like that yet. This is just the transfer from stat bonuses. Because obviously we go back, right? Obviously, look at the stat bonuses, right? We'll be still getting 59 more strength. We'll be getting another 62 attack. But we're looking pretty good over here. We're looking pretty good with this, right? Now, we're getting last resort, so we're getting, obviously, the increased damage dealt when near death. So we're getting the extra damage. Damage dealt when being, and we're getting Flames of Rebellion, so increased damage dealt when being targeted by the enemy. It recovers HP based on the amount of MP gained by normal attacks. Also enhances the effects of... So this is good, but remember that the attacks that we do actually do not count as auto attacks or normal attacks. But we're going to find out if this works with the katana abilities. We're going to find out right now, because now we're going to use the actual Dark Knight's ability with this. Oh wait. Not sure. MP was not going up. Let's check real quick. Hold up. Oh man. So now we're gonna see what the damage boost would be.
This is the one.
It is enough.
Time for a change. This is the one.
So still be hitting 60.
All right. This is
So right now with the, it's better without the Dark Knight buff at the moment. But we still have to get this right here. When a combo ability effect is triggered on a successful parry. So let me see what we'll be getting. This will make it so we will always critically hit on that next ability. But I'm pretty sure we're always critically hitting anyway because of... So let me see real quick. Let me see if we always critically hit with this on regardless. Yep. We always critically hit anyway. And then the dark damage that is doing that, so... So basically, what we have, so for the Dark Knight, it's actually just additional damage that will be done based off of how much HP that we have. It doesn't actually, it's not actually doing dark damage. I'm guessing it's doing additional dark damage to the enemy based off of the damage that we do. And it's equivalent to having like being hit with like a Molotov and then taking the fire damage with the dark element. So we're still going to be able to use the Tyrant class to imbue our weapon with whatever element that we see fit to do, as long as with that. So now we're going to apply Holy and see what the difference will be, because that's kind of the goal here. We want to kind of match the Holy with the, you know, the cool looking weapon here. So let's go ahead and do and Holy. Oh man, I gotta make sure I don't get hit by any of those attacks. Just for the moment right here.
This is the one.
I'm ready.
Oh, I didn't even do it.
All right.
I'll crush you. It is.
61. Alright, so that's with holy, right? So we're still getting the buffs from all of that. Now let's see if we can get the extra damage to proc while doing that. Oh wait, we forgot to put holy on.
Time for a change.
I'm
Come on. Oh man. This guy is just not, he's just not trying to help out right now, guys.
It is.
Oh, I'm terrible. I was literally doing this for so long, and he's just like, it works every time, and now he's just he's being a doofus. Oh my goodness, not that attack.
This is the one.
It is.
There we go. What? Oh my goodness, I can't believe I just got hit with that.
Time for a change.
My ability didn't just go off, what the heck? Alright guys, there we go. What? Okay, I don't know how that just stopped us, but whatever. We're gonna just do this again one more time, I guess.
All right.
It is.
What? Okay.
Time for a change.
Let's just go ahead and move to the side, I guess, since I'm not sure what's happening with this mob right now. Oh, well, I just got hit with that. Okay.
This is the one.
It is.
Oh, wow. I actually kind of got blinded by that, but
All right.
sorry, guys. No, not sure. I'm not sure what's happening. You know, every time I try to stream, either my hero, people be hacking and all that stuff, but you know, we got this, guys. I'm gonna show you what this looks like in a second. Unless I get hit by that attack, which again, it's ridiculous.
This is the one.
Do this.
It is.
Getting beat by a little mobby. Oh wait, hold up. Wait, did I just take off? Oh wow, I gotta do that. I gotta do that last.
Time for a change.
I'm ready.
Can't do that. What? Okay, I don't understand what this guy is doing right now.
All right. This is
It is.
Oh my goodness.
this is the one.
I'm ready.
So our MP is actually not going back up, actually. So that's a problem. Let's go ahead and check what's going on with our MP right now. Oh, so yeah, so our MP gradually depletes while we use this, so... MP gradually depletes while active. So what we're going to need to do is obviously we're going to have to get a lot more MP regeneration, which is fine. We're going to definitely go with the extra MP regeneration. Now the idea, what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to back out of here now. Now that we kind of got all of that situated, now we're going to go and try to now we're gonna go make some gear. We got the buffs. Not sure if we want to use Onslaught or not, though. Not gonna lie. Onslaught might be better just because of the overall MP consumption that's needed to kind of do all of that. But we're gonna try to lower how much MP these abilities need or can use. Mainly being bravery, but I do have a bravery in here. Somewhere in my inventory, somewhere in there. So we got also the Odin buff should be another huge damage boost on to the enemy. To eventually take off, well, when we can apply both at the same time. Improved effect, blood weapon. Oh, wait. So we might actually need to use blood weapon to keep that damage up. Blood weapon can also be a good thing to use. But, we're going to definitely need MP. Magic sigil. MP cost bravery. Look, MP cost bravery, negative 53.4%. But it's on a gun, guys. Oh no. I'll just grab a couple of these. Afflicted enemy, break damage dealt. Enemy weakness, damage dealt. We'll grab 2 of these just in case. Oh wait, I didn't let's do this real quick. We'll get a few extra stats here. Just extra stats right here. There we go. So while active temporarily increases additional damage dealt, we didn't actually have the extra damage buff on while we did it, but now we will for the next time we try it. Actually, let's probably just go in and try real quick. Before we move on to the next part of this, let's go ahead and try it real quick.
All right.
Hit it.
Time for a change. This is the one.
I'm ready.
Time for a change.
Oh man.
Damn it.
Ah! Oh, I have a lot of resistance, I guess, to that. So about the it's a little bit more. I should probably be still using the dark attack instead of doing the light, the holy. So now we got a little bit more mastery points. Not much, but we're gonna go ahead and okay, so we're gonna need to do right, there you go. This should help a lot. So we'll start with the weapon, I guess. You can't use this. Or this one right here is actually pretty good, but ring protection is way back. Holy Dragon. Oh wait, what? Jed has an Alexander on? Okay, Jed, I see you. Hold on, I might have to take Jed's weapon because it's a higher percentage. I might have to take Jed's weapon. Hold on, guys. Let me check something real quick. And it has buff durations on Mighty Strikes that I can really utilize. Then MP recovery rate with normal attacks. I would like to kind of utilize it. Oh, actually, yeah, this is what I was going to do anyway. I was going to end up taking this off of Jed to use this. Action ability MP cost negative 20%, and then parry MP recovery 11%. This is actually very, very good for this. Now the only problem we have here is that in order to get the purple stuff, we're gonna actually have to like probably do put a lot of purple in to kind of get this, which is going to be a problem. So right now, first we're going to do this. We're going to go to the weapon. We're going to go to the smithy. We're going to upgrade, not the we're going to update job affinity. Oh wait, first we're going to have to go to the exchange shop. We're going to have to go down here. We're going to have to go get some rat tails. We can get quite a bit of rat tails. But we're gonna go get like maybe that should be enough. All right, we're gonna go to smithy, fuse. Oh no, good job, affinity, katanas. Go to the bottom. Type this. It's not gonna be maxed. I'm gonna be 2% off of max, but we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. We'll roll with it for now. So I haven't actually decided what synergies to kind of roll with at the moment. So not gonna lie, we're kind of scuffed a little bit, my guys. We're kind of scuffed a little bit, but we're gonna try to figure this out, how we can do this. Because most of these are already kind of maxed out at the moment, so we need to change this gear for something else to be able to help this out, right? So let's see what we can kind of do. We're gonna go whatever has the highest job affinity is what we're gonna look for first. That's the first thing we want to look for. So job affinity, go to the top. These are 190, but they do not have the blessings, so we kind of want to go with the highest job affinity we can get with the blessing. Damage dealt, summon, improved effect, flee, parry, MP recovery, 7 points. So we can get parry, MP recovery, which is definitely what we want to have, right? Even if we can't get something that we want amazingly on the gear, this is something that we would definitely want to get. So let's see. The mask we currently have on is Phoenix, but obviously we need to change out what we're using. So we're gonna go ahead. That's only 180. We might go and farm some gear to kind of put into the slot. So combo abilities, sword, combo ability, damage dealt, axe, combo ability, MP cost, sword. This, I'm gonna have to lock this for later. Blessing of light, buff duration, interception, improved effect, boost magic. These are unfortunate because we would want to use these real quick. So let's move down to the top piece. Let's see if we can find a top piece that we can use. Oh wait, I believe it's 190 is the max for these, or it may be even higher than that. No, 190 is the max. So this is, we already have a top that we wanted to use. This is with gun, so we don't want to use the one for gun, but this is like one off, so it's kind of like really annoying. So maybe just not use gun for now. Damage dealt, gun. I mean, we could probably find another one of these later on when we want to switch. That probably won't happen for a while. Afflicted enemy, magic damage dealt. Ooh. I kind of want to keep this for, but it's a dragoon armor, so we're gonna use it. Ability, hold up, ability break damage dealt. That's actually really good. And these are all blue. Afflicted enemy, magic damage dealt. Won't really help that much. Lightbringer duration, 8.5%. Dang it, guys. This would be the one to grab. So let's check to see. Yeah, just offer 250, yeah. So we kind of want to get that 250. Really want to get that 250, guys. But we do have boots that have Odin on it, so I've been stockpiling a bunch of these just in case. Got a lot of these just in case I might need them to swap stuff off, because we definitely want to get the samurai buff on for slash damage and other various stuff. So we kind of want to have this synergy here. Or Shadow Burst champion, we definitely want that synergy. Let's see. MP cost, axe combo abilities. So this one has improved invisibility, invisible, which I'm not really sure what the difference with invisible will do, how much damage that would actually net us. We could actually probably take that off and put bravery. I'll take that off, take bravery off and put that just in case, but we can check that later. Alright, so we'll have to just go with... So we won't be able to max this out right away, but we will definitely try to do the best we can with what we got. Well, I mean, it's better than my other boots. To be fair, it's better than my other boots. So we have a lot of boots here. We can filter. We're gonna look for a break damage dealt, dark damage dealt, dark break damage dealt. Slash break damage dealt, critical break damage dealt. Let's filter this real quick. all damage dealt was not the answer here. Looking for, where is... Dagger, knuckles, axe, mace, katana. Damage dealt katana combo abilities. Here we go. I'm really not sure which one of these to get, guys, so honestly, I think this is probably the better one to have. So we need to get this up, right? No matter what, we have to kind of get this up. So we have a lot of katana abilities to kind of utilize at the moment. We don't actually need this. Oh, refills breakage on damage dealt. That's actually not bad. So this could have been good too, to kind of, we wanted to use Inner Instinct, gradually restores MP while Light Bringer is active, but I actually have an accessory that can give me this, so there's no reason to use this. So now we're looking at Samurai. We want to get this up to so for the weapon, what we want to change out is probably, well, first we want to change this to I'm gonna try one thing, guys. Now we have more affinity that we can put up. We don't need this. What we need is our affinity to go higher. And then we can add this in. We're gonna try something real quick before we continue to go with the synergies, because we're obviously gonna have to like critique some of this stuff.
All right. This is the one. All right.
It is enough.
Oh wait.
Time for a change. Time for a change.
I'm ready.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
It is enough.
Alright guys, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. So just MP recovery. So we still got a lot of the increasing the damage dealt katana combo ability probably increased it by a lot, because it's probably increased it by a lot, guys. So we're gonna be looking for a little bit more of those as we kind of go through, but we'll have to work with what we get. All right, so MP recovery is looking pretty decent. If we get max MP when we start the fight, we are looking pretty decent with the actual MP recovery. Parry MP recovery 53.7%, so that's actually helping out a lot. Alright, so now we have too much synergy for Warden right now. Now, let me see. Now, I want to try something. Which may or may not work. This is just for, I want to know if the Lightbringer, if I was to go into Lightbringer, would I get all the buffs? Because obviously I kind of want to benefit from this. Effects that activate on a successful soul shield will also affect on Lightbringer. Also enhances the effects of Celtic Warrior's Wisdom. Oh wait, was that the Odin buff? Hold up. Hold on, guys. I have to check this one more time. I'm so sorry. That might have been the effect on the Odin buff. Odin buff might actually still affect, because I think it's a physical attacks. So let me just do this real quick. Let me just do this real quick. Bro, are you serious? Bro. 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 What? Bro. Alright, this thing is fucking me up, guys. Hold on. I'm trying to check something. Yep, perfect. That's better. So that actually applies the Odin debuff. So the issue with the Odin debuff before was that it needed to be a physical attack to apply it, and the rune slash, it's a slash attack, so it will be scaled off of strength, or strength should increase its damage, although it says it goes based off of stamina, but also magic attack should also increase its attack because it's technically a magic attack. So it's kind of a weird, like the class I picked to do one shot is very weird, right? I picked a very odd class to kind of do it with. But with this, it's a little bit more straightforward with exactly how to get the damage done, even though you can kind of do it in multiple ways with the rune. For this, utilizing the Odin debuff is really good because it applies when using the actual ability. So when you hold RB and you do this, it applies while using this. As you can see, I only did that in one attack. This is with no buffs. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is the one.
I'm ready.
What? Yeah, guys. So Odin debuff definitely doing its job over here with this build. Way better off. So we're gonna go ahead and back out of here real quick, and then we're gonna go back to trying to increase our stats and stuff. Here we go. It's just easier to apply it in this way. Obviously, trying to set up for a perfect boss damage kind of run is going to be a little bit more difficult, but utilizing the Odin buff by itself is probably going to do a lot. So we checked this shop already. We're going to reset this. Now we're looking for combo ability sword. This might be good to take. Oh, it has Odin on it too, so this wouldn't be bad actually. I have no idea what the synergy is, but oh yeah, 156. Never mind. greatly reduces the cost of command abilities. So now we're gonna go for recovers HP based on the amount of MP gained by normal attacks. So we actually can heal ourselves while doing this. This is actually really good. So while we're using that, we can actually heal ourselves if we need to continue the damage going. If we're actually getting a good DPS phase, considering we are gonna be basically healing our MP immediately if we ever do an auto attack in between attacks, we'll be doing a lot of MP recovery, right? So this would actually be good, but we need to get our synergy up. So we're gonna go back real quick, and I'm gonna try to max our synergy out before we go any further into this. So I need 70 more for a synergy boost. I don't think we can actually put any more there right now. We can't put any more here, so we would need to get more Dark Knight level ups to kind of go. This is the most we can put right here. So for the time being, that will have to be what the max is. And then to max out the next one, we need to get rid of 226. So one of these are way too much. We can get rid of this. Memories of this. Sogar increases strength. The effect can stack up to 20 times. This, we can't benefit from this right now, so I'm not gonna really trip on this. It's too much. So we're gonna take off one of these. Let's look for which one of these can we move off of this. Let's look. This might be one to use the skill damage. Increases ability break damage dealt. I guess this is 9.8%, so I'm gonna look at that real quick. So let's see, 9. So that's 14. 2.6. So let's see, ability skill. Let me see. Increase ability break damage. Ability break damage dealt. So let's check for ability break damage dealt and see exactly where we're at right now. Ability break damage dealt 23.8%. So probably don't need critical damage dealt, can be there. We could probably continue to go with ability damage. But because we'll be doing crits, yeah, we can't even put any more points there. So I mean, probably just kind of just put that back on. Yes, we haven't really thought this far, so kind of trying to see exactly what we can work with in terms of synergies here. So we know we want excuse me, we would definitely want none of these. Not this. I already have this. But because we have this, we may want to actually use Lightbringer to increase our damage even more. But to do that, we would need Celtic Warrior to get the boost from all of this stuff. So let's check max breakage damage. I'm not sure if this is super necessary. So I don't actually need this on either. So tell you what, guys, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take off that's 5, 8. Oh, that sucks. Let's see if we can find a better helmet with max synergy. We do. Hold up, guys. Hold up, guys. We're gonna go into the rift real quick. Dark Knight. Look at these stats right here. This is like wild. I'll be able to get this in a while without anything, so I'm not going to worry about that. But we have to take off. We have to take off the gloves or one of these. Figure out what to place, what to put in this slot right here. Oh, these pants though. I'm so confused as to how this works. Look, damage dealt katana combo ability. Damage dealt katana combo ability. recovers HP based on the amount of MP gained. Sucks. Alright, probably gonna want to max this synergy out, but I'll be maxing that out without putting it on here, so that's fine. Hmm. What am I missing here? So, I mean, I could put this here. This would put me at 250 for Liberator. That's some slice of life to stay alive with the parry bonus, which should actually help. This will be maxed out after that. Yojiro, which I won't benefit from these two, so that's fine, but I'll always have crit. I'm thinking Dragoon. So I could put okay, this one obviously. I feel like this is gonna give me. Reduces the MP cost of katana abilities. Let's see. I don't want to upgrade and then have to change it out again. We're looking for. I'm not sure if the MP cost will be more beneficial. Alright, so I think we're gonna go with I'm trying to figure out what to put here. Like, what would be the best to put in the weapon slot? Like, whichever I need to max out, right? Which would be probably, obviously, this for haste. And then I want to get, maybe keep this. Alright, so we're gonna do the weapon. Let me just check the damage real quick.
This is the one. Time for a change. All right.
I'm ready.
This is.
So that kind of screwed it up.
Time for a change.
It is.
All right.
I'm ready.
Oh my goodness, I keep messing it up.
This is the one.
It is.
Wow.
Time for a change.
I've been doing this for quite a while, so you kind of.
Time for a change. This is.
What?
All right.
It is.
You gotta be kidding me.
Time for a change.
I'm ready.
Oh my goodness, guys. If I don't do it right now, I'm just gonna go and finish doing what I was doing.
It is.
Oh my goodness. Nah, I'm doing it one more time.
This is.
Oh.
I'm ready.
All right.
What?
Time for a change.
It is.
All right.
No way.
It's definitely doing a lot.
This is the one.
A lot more than it was before that I'm not. Yeah. Alright guys, yeah. So we're gonna go and try to finish off the last bit of synergies here. So we're gonna go to Smithy, we're gonna go to Fuse. Weapons. Probably gonna go to sleep and then come back and do this tomorrow. So what we're looking for with these are just wait, hold on a second. Actually, this kind of works. This kind of works. Ooh, no, Mighty Strikes. Hmm. Crap. I don't think I've seen this skill before. That's cool. I got Liberator. I cannot find this damn thing. Oh, excuse my language, but I cannot find this. I literally cannot find a single item. Oh wait, you gotta be kidding me. I just did all that for no reason. just making sure because I'm getting super tired. So making sure I don't screw up this part. Duration Mighty Strikes, Soul Eater, Koken, ability, Lightbringer duration. Honestly, I'm about to just this gives me a lot of stats, but